So first and foremost, I started octapharma plasma, I think around 2016. Exactly when I moved into this place, I got the job right. Like in November, and I started in December, and then I got this place right along with it. They was waiting. This apartment was waiting on to find out how much I was going to be making over there, and I wasn't even making a lot. I was only making like $12 an hour. But at that time, in 2016, that was a decent amount of money. In 2021, you can't do shit with $12 an hour. Okay. So, I applied for phlebotomy because I had went to school and I got my phlebotomist license, and I applied for phlebotomy. But they said they started everybody off as a donor tech, which was fine. So donor tech, what you do as a donor tech is you assist the phlebotomist by taking the needle out of the members of the donor's arm after the phlebotomist stick the needle in. And at the end of the night, it is your job to clean off the machines, put everything back, and make sure the machines are restocked for the phlebotomist. And because we go through so many bottles and equipment throughout one shift, we have to keep loading up the carts, and we have carts of like donor bottles. I'm gonna try to find all this stuff online if you know what I'm talking about, and show little pictures here, like donor bottles. We had to fill up carts of donor bottles. We had gear that we had to wear, protective gear that we had to wear. They had these big long needles that they use for donor plasma. It's not like little bitty needles that you get shot at like LabCorp. No, these is big long needles that they had. We had to keep those stocked for the phlebotomist. What else did we have to do? I know we had to clean those machines all the time at the end of the night. But yes, anyway, so I was excited to start there because it was a brand new field, and I always am interested in learning something new because was a CNA for so long. It was good to do something else and try something else. So I was very excited about this new career, and I met some amazing people. This is where I met Mother-Daughter Vlogs at Aaliyah and a few other my friends. And my godmother, Miss A. I mean, all of them at this place here. We all worked the same place. And as well, Aaliyah was a donor floor tech as well. So I was there for 2 years, and I went for phlebotomy, and they never made me a phlebotomist, which pissed me the fuck off. I don't know why they never made me a phlebotomist. I worked my ass off as a donor floor tech. People will come in as younger than me and immediately become a store sticking, and then have to do what I had to do. And I was there for 2 years, and they never let me stick anybody after 2 years. That was disrespectful. And I worked my ass off as a donor floor tech, but they never let me move up. But nevertheless, I was there as long as I possibly could. Now, what I hated about the place, I will say what I loved about the place. At first, it was a whole black staff, because once you walked in, everybody was black. The people who was white was the minorities there. Everybody else we were the majority. The black people was the majority. So that was a good part. And it was a lot of people who we worked with every day. I met a lot of friends there. I met Shatoria, I met Precious there. Again, I met Aaliyah, Mother-Daughter Vlogs there. I met a lot of great people there who I still talk to today. I met this guy named Hassan there. I met Darnell there, who I love. Shout out to my Darnell, boo-boo, my Taurus King. I love him so much. So it was a lot of people that I met there. Oh, and Taekwon. Like, I just met a lot of people who I probably would be friends with forever, who I would love forever. And it brought a lot of joy. And then it brought a lot of pain, because, oh my goodness, when it's this many black people that work in one facility, it's going to be some drama. Because, Lord, it was drama. Oh my God, it used to be donors fighting donors. And we had all kind of donors, because a donor, it's people that donating plasma. So it was all kind of donors who used to come through there, drugs, people who was high, people who was drunk, and they could literally donate, even though they can have a can of Four Loko in their hand, as long as they don't have any diseases or anything in their blood, they can still come in here and donate. And these drunk ass people will be fighting with each other. We had people who was having seizures on the thing, which that is something that's very common when somebody's donating plasma and they lose their potassium. They could start having seizures, and I had that happen to me several times. You had to be quick on your feet when stuff is like that happening. You had to call for help and then call for 911 so they can go be taken to the hospital because they're low on potassium. Like, it was just a whole bunch of stuff. And then with the police and the donors, oh my God, when something is going down, the police would be running through the whole building chasing after donors because the donors didn't done something. They didn't attack somebody. It was just so much all the time. And you used to watch it like, Lord Jesus. And then you have the people who worked there fighting with each other. I got into it with somebody. That's when I knew it was time for me to go. When I started getting into it with people, I'm like, because I don't like drama like that, especially not in my workplace. I used to watch these two girls. One name is Tootie, and the other, I forgot the other girl name. They literally got into a fight in the back room. Like, one called another one out and was like, come to the back, meet me in the back. They fighting in the back room. And honestly, I forgot what the heck they was even fighting about, because the other girl was about a dude, but it probably was about a dude, but I can't remember what this fight was about. I just know one got called out and she went back there and they just banging in the back. Like, it was just so ghetto. Like, it was just so ghetto, but it was always about a guy. Like, there's some guys who's very attractive. Like Taekwon, that's a beautiful black man right there. He's attractive, and he know he's attractive. And then when he became a phlebotomist, his stock portfolio shot up a level, because once you become a phlebotomist, those are the big guys on campus, you know what I mean? Like, that's a phlebotomist. His stock went up, so more women wanted him after that. And then he started sleeping with a lot of people around there. It was like the phlebotomist was hoes. Like, the men phlebotomists were hoes. They slept with every single body all the time. If it was donors, if it was another co-worker, they tried to get me. A few of them tried to get me. Taekwon, not Taekwon. Hassan, he tried to get me. Darnell, well, I tried to get Darnell. Like, I was trying to get Darnell, but Darnell just was not biting my ass. He was just not biting, but I was trying to get Darnell, but Darnell just kept telling me no, and I was not happy about that. But I was trying to get Darnell. And who else? It was another one. Lance was his name when I first started there. He was another one who tried to get at me once I first got there. His name was Lance. And I feel like I'm missing a few people. But it was just somebody always trying to talk to you. Like you're like, especially somebody new. And then I didn't date anybody there because I just was like, no. And the more you say no, the more they like, oh my gosh, she is telling me no, I can't fuck her. Used to drive them crazy. So yeah, it was just a lot. It was a lot all the time. And then you miss your days add up with points. And if you're missing so many points, then it takes like 6 months to drop off. So you can't mix another day for like 6 months or something. Like, it was so crazy. Like, though, you get terminated. It was always a lot when I used to go there. And then it's when I knew I was just really getting tired of the place. Like, I was really getting tired of the place. So it was my birthday weekend. So I took off for that week to go have a good birthday. And then when I came back, I ended up getting into it with someone. Once I came back, another coworker, I forget her name now, but she was a phlebotomist. We was actually cool at one point in time, but then we fell out because of something. I don't know. I forgot what we fell out, but she was talking shit, and I'm nice until I'm not nice. You know what I mean? But you ain't gonna push me so far. but she was talking shit, and then I just had to check her ass, and then they pulled us into the office, and we arguing back and forth in the office. But that's when I really knew at that moment, I'm pretty much done here, because I'm not finna come to work and I have to argue with, co-workers, and we already have to fight with the people who donate, and I have to fight with co-workers, and you got to be uncomfortable because we literally gonna be working together no matter what. Like, it's just became too much. Then you always getting hit on by everybody, and everybody's in your business, and everybody's talking about you. It was just always just too much ghetto-ness going on. Like, it's so much ghetto-ness at octapharma. And eventually, when I was leaving, they were like cleaning house anyway. Like, so they had a whole new management team. They were firing all the black people left and right. They were hiring all white staff. They was getting all the black people out there. Unless you was like a manager or whatever, or been there for more than 5 years or whatever, those are the only people they kept. Everybody else, they got rid of one by one and replaced them with somebody white. So if I walked in octapharma today, it probably would be whole whitewash. It'd probably be a speck of black here and there, but it's going to be all white people there. Like, no doubt about it. All white people. Because they were just like, the hell with that. The hell with that. Too many black people, too much mess going on. Get them all up out of here. That's exactly what the fuck they did. They got us all up out of there. But I had left right before they cleaned the house anyway. I literally left right before, because I was just tired. When I used to pull up to the job, I used to literally have to talk to my husband. Then he would have to convince me to go into the building. That's how much I hated being there, because I hated being there. I never hated being there so much in my life. I'd be like, I just want to pull off and just go home. Like, it just made me sick when I had to walk up in there. Like, it just made me sick. So when that specific day, I just had enough. I didn't care about the job anymore. I didn't care about any of it. I literally said, I'm not going back. They're not giving me the promotion that I'm asking for. They're not giving me the money that I'm asking for. I got to deal with all this bullshit from the employees and the donors, and I'm not getting the respect that I need. I deserve at this place, and I'm busting my ass from the time I get there to the time I go home, and you telling me I can't be a phlebotomist? Fuck you and this job. So I told them I'm never coming back, and I did not. And never looked back. But now, though, talk about catch 2020 or whatever you call it. I am actually ready to go back into a facility like that. And I actually am going to apply back to octapharma. Hopefully some changes has been made. But I'm actually ready to go back into that field as a part-time, not a full-time, because they don't pay you enough. But as a part-time worker, like on the weekends, my Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I would totally go in there and work part-time and whatever, because I really, my goal is to get in the lab. So I would literally start back as a donor tech and work several hours out of the day and call it a day, because I really actually want to. So if I end up back at octapharma, it would be very funny that I'm working back there again, but only part-time. And I won't be committed like I was at first, like, whatever. It got to be a whole lot of changes. But my hope is I get in BioLife. That's where I want to be. But if I end up back in octapharma, we'll see. But that is the job that I hated. What about you guys? You guys tell me the job that you guys hated and why you guys hated it. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out. See you. Bye. Bye.